silly picture, it'll be out on the whole internet for everybody to see. So what you're doing now is Mr. Snyder has made this video and he's talking to your guests about why they should get involved in real estate, why they should get involved in Renatus, what's the benefit for them. And then he's going to say, hey, so fill out this field on the right-hand side. You're going to say, oh, what a great idea. I think I'll do that. Click to watch. Oh, I put my email address in before. So if someone comes to visit your address, your website, and they put in their email address before, there's actually a spot down here on the left for returning visitors, and that's where I should have gone if I was returning. But I'm going to do different email so I can show you what's going on. All right, click to watch, and I'll be in touch. So remember, you're talking to someone on the bus, in the grocery store, at the gas station, at the rodeo, on the airplane, whatever it is. You get to say, hey, man, check out my website if you want to learn more. I got a bunch of people from all over the country who want to share their stories of success in real estate. So why don't you go check out my website? And then there's that 4-minute video, and then there'll be this. Okay. And speed it up a bit. So Bob's going to basically start walking us through. Oh, yay, Stephanie. Noah, Brian, and Mario. So he starts walking people through these videos, John McCants, all different walks of life from all different parts of the country. And after hearing those stories, then we ask that, you know, on the website here it says, what would you like to do? Click to attend the follow-up online. So now they've watched this about 42-minute video. So there's 3 minutes and then 42 minutes. Then once they've watched that, you click to attend the online follow-up. And this is
introduce yourself. So
49 minutes.
We do here in Renatus. So let's talk a little bit about the 5.
This is really cool. So then he goes over the 5 pillars, talks about build your wealth versus keep your wealth. He goes over what Renatus is, why it's so powerful, why it works, why they should get involved, the learning paths. He just goes right through all of it. Here's the learning path on essentials. You get your weekly group coaching. And then he tells them the price. Then he goes into the learning paths and the core. What do you want out of life? Okay, and he goes into the next thing. Then he goes into the AIT packages. So what you got to remember is these are going to be the Helios prices. And so while you're still using this and Helios prices aren't fully launched, just remember when they pay in full, they get the discounted rate like you're used to, right? Essentials is $24.97 with Helios. Paid in full, it's $19.97, just like it is today. So if anyone asks you why the prices are different, you say, oh, I just assumed you'd pay in full. Okay, so he starts to go through all this. All of a sudden, my internet decided to slow down. Then he's going to go over billing. He goes over, yeah, okay, cool. So he does explain it. Then how to get a discount if you pay in full. Then what kind of help you get from Renatus versus the local communities. Wow, super slow internet. Okay, local communities, other events to look forward to. Then he wraps with his little story about how and why he's doing what he's doing. So he really wraps it with a good emotional reason for facing your fears, for facing whatever kind of obstacles your customer might be having. So then we're going to say, all right, your next steps are get the info packet. Talked a lot about the info packet. I'll show you again where it is. Get your questions answered. Join us for a property tour. So he's trying to book an event for you. So when you call him, you're going to say, hey, would you like to come to the property tour in your area, intensive, or a Super Saturday, a cash flow game, whatever it is. Get them involved, get them out of their house because they've only been watching things on the internet. Okay, and then he wraps it up. Let's see. Ask we're not a student about their experience, give testimonials, make a decision to get involved, select your education package and your method of payment. Boom. How would you like to biggie size that with a combo order, and how are you paying for it? Okay, and then they'll click here if they have questions. Oh, I got questions about how to pay down my debt. Just bought a Cadillac. And I need to pay it off. I don't know if someone would actually type that in. Okay, I look forward to speaking with you soon. Bing. And now they're just plugged right back into this website. Okay. Now, what I should be able to do is come into my AMP settings, click on contact info, and I believe if everything is working, we should see my Michael with Elevate account say that I went through this system. And close this. Isn't it loading? Loading. Yeah, that's working. Oh, contacts. So come into contacts. Here we go. Let's look for searching, and it's not there. Oh, weird. Okay. Well, our customer spends 3 minutes on one video, 49 minutes on the second video, or 42 minutes, and then 49 minutes on the last video. So they're spending just under 90 minutes total to watch all 3 videos. So for those of you who just hopped on here, let's just do a quick review. And for those of you who have spent some time clicking on the buttons, if you have any questions, you can come off mute or you can type it in, and let's make sure you get it. So just a quick review from the top. When you've logged into the Business Center, you're going to click on the AMP button. Once AMP is loaded, you're going to come down to the left-hand side. You're going to click on the Settings button. Inside the settings, we're going to fill out our contact info, which is here. Then we're going to go down to the website, and we're going to pick a name. I know Pete Smalley, he's got wealthybydesign.myrenatus.com. Let's see if that wealthybydesign.myrenatus.com. Bing, and would you look at that? Pete's got a website. There's his name, there's his number, there's a cool picture of him. Okay, so you could pick your name, or you could pick something that has to do with the business and what we're working on. Whatever you pick your name as, you'll need to come back and activate the website, because by default, they're all inactive. Okay, so once they've been activated, then you'll come down to campaign and activate the campaign and check the box. Boom, just like that. That's all you got to do. And then you can tell people, go to my website. And then, well, you should do next is once you log back into your business center on the new drop cards banner up here, you click here to get your drop cards. Let me share my screen again, 1 second. I'm gonna make sure you can see everything here. Desktop. There we go. Okay. So I just clicked on here and downloaded the drop card link. So it's a zip folder. So once you open up the zip folder, you're actually going to see all of these in here. So there's the drop card blank example. Here's the form. Here's the back. You could pick one like this, or you could pick one like this. See, the phrase, all the phrasing says is meet people building their dreams through real estate. So you don't need to have a disclaimer when you say something like that. That's why we picked it. It's so easy to say. Instead of saying meet people who make 100 grand a year. No, now we got a disclaimers, which is fine, but a disclaimer on a business card is just weird, right? So we should be creative with our wording. There's 800,000 words in the English language and only a few are off limits. So let's get creative. So there's this one too. So think about it. We got here, that's cityscape. We got one that's a beachfront, European style. Then we got one that's just out in the fields, you know, just big old land, open space. Then we got some cool coastal, old school type housing, real estate stories from coast to coast. And here's a cool one. Rolling hills kind of situation, a little more quainty, cottagey type thing. Or you can get one like this. That's tall. Pretty neat, okay? And then here's a little instruction form for you. So when you open it up. Hey, these drop cards are intended to be used for your marketing to encourage potential customers to view the new briefing intro follow-up video series. Once you personalize the information on the PDF form and your AMP website is set up, these designs can be printed on business cards and distributed to people who may be interested in learning about Renatus. If you have any questions, call customer service or you can ask right now. All right, looks like we got some chats in the chat box. Deidre says, do we make all 4 active at the same time? Yes. Yes, make them all active at the same time. They all lead to the same place. The reason why you have different websites, links, 4 of them, is maybe you want to put one on your Facebook website and maybe you want to put another one on your LinkedIn and you want to see which one's getting more clicks, and you want to put one on your regular website and then one on a drop card. Now you got 4 out there and you can see which ones get clicked on more. But keep it simple. Okay, that's why they made it, so you could do all those things. But at the beginning, just keep it simple. All right, Max is asking, you can, if you would like to, the links all work. Hey, look at that. Max is helping. Max, you're awesome. Thanks, sir. So now you just get to say, go to my website. So once you've downloaded the zip folder and you have all these PNG files, PNG, these are all PNG files, okay? And then you've made these are PDF files, but you're gonna come in and edit them and put your link right here. Boom, put your website, boom. Then you'll go to, and this should take you less than half an hour, even if you've never done it before. If you just read the websites, you'll do just fine. So once you got the AMP set up, then you downloaded the zip folder, come to gotprint.com. Like got milk, but got print. Gotprint.com, and you're going to order your first round of business cards. You can either do Gotprint. I like Gotprint because it's cheaper for a bulk purchase. The other one that people really like a lot is Vistaprint.com. Now, Vistaprint will let you do 500 for free if you let them advertise on your business card. So they'll want to put their get cards at vistaprint.com ad on your business card somewhere if you you do that. So you come here, Vistaprint, click on business cards, and then any kind you want. You want to do rounded, you want to do square, you want to do premium, you just want to do standard, plastic. It doesn't matter. Shop all business cards. Just get some business cards. Okay, obviously the thicker the better. Now see here, this is getting 100 or 16 point, most popular. 100, 16 point for 24 bucks. Or you get these interesting shaped ones. But the reason why I pick Got Print is because on the Got Print business cards, standard, full color. So you would click on here and you would upload your own design, because now that you've downloaded some from the website at Myronatus, you can pick it. 14 point gloss cover or 16. You want a little bit of a thicker card, but gloss cover is nice because then it's a little more water resistant. Full color front, no on the back, or you could do full color on both sides. But we're going to have a back. So you could do like your website wording, grayscale on the back, and then have that full color front. Quantity, how many do we want? Let's shoot for 2,500. Actually, let's go for 5,000. Because then with 5,000, you could put out 100 a week, and that covers you for the whole year. You do 100 a week. Okay, rounded corners, no. High gloss UV coating, yes. Regular 2 to 4 business days, 75 bucks. So I can get 100 for 25 bucks, or I can get 5,000 for 75 bucks. How much is 100 on this site? 100 is $13. Okay. But do you see the difference? If you go from 100 to 1,000, you go to $13 to $28. Now you got 1,000. Okay. Pocket. Then you pick your paper. We want some a little bit thicker. File setup. Upload your file, and it'll show you the template. Okay. So spend just a few minutes at the Super Saturday. We did a lunch afterwards, and some IMAs were showing me, because we did this training live for them. Now we're doing it here online for you guys. But they were showing me they already got their cards. They got their name, their AMP link is picked and activated. It's working. They picked their name, and they printed it all off, and it's working. So if you do this, now you can make a system work for you instead of trying to be the system. Pretty cool. Okay, any other questions about using AMP, activating AMP, getting the cards, anything like that? Okie dokie. Okay, cool. Well, next, what I'd like to let you know about is we have live education coming up. It's not in the business center yet, but it is already been scheduled, and that is going to be June 20th, 21st, and 22nd in Salt Lake. Is going to be an awesome weekend. Let me switch over to my iPad so I can draw it all out for you. Okie dokie. Yeah, Doug, I'm glad you showed up. Good thing you showed up so we could make it all work for us. Okay, any other questions? Use the system, don't be the system. For some reason, Kevin never heard that till now. Good. Okay, any more questions on that? Okay, Doug said Jay Massey was awesome. Good. Yeah, he never disappoints. Okay, let's switch over to iPad here. Now here's what's cool is there were some people on my team that, and I'm sure there are people not on my team that were there, but there were some people on my team that focused on the dual benefit of Live Education Week. One, you show up as a student. Two, you bring a guest. You bring a bunch of guests. You don't just show up by yourself. And so one example is Gentry Ojimo. He did a fantastic job. And in those 3 days, he had 5 guests throughout those 3 days show up. I know Lily Puertas did the same thing. A lot of people used the Education Week as a platform to sell, not as just another class to take yourself. That's funny, Jordan. Okay, so here it says, he's answered someone's question. Do you know if we can change our websites later? Yes, you can. You can buy a domain and point it to your AMP as well. Right. So the answer is yes, you could change it later. And you can also, let's say your name is taken in the AMP system, well, then you can just go buy a website with a name like that and then make it link to your AMP website. You got options. Okay, good stuff. Schedule now. Pulling up the schedule. Sharing iPad. And good job getting your team members and everybody on here. Got 117. That's pretty awesome. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's in June. So we have basically 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, we're lucky. We got 6 weeks to build for this. 6 weeks. Now, there are 3 kinds of customers, and one of them takes several weeks in order to finally make a decision to buy. So you need to start talking to them right now. So here's what we're working on. Okay, here we go. June is our next Live Education Week. But it's not a whole week, but it is that week. Okay, June 20th and 21st. And then there's a bonus on the 22nd. I'll tell you about that. So the 20th is going to be Rob Sperry. He was voted #1 sales trainer in the country for at-home entrepreneurs. Oh, that's you. Uh, 2018, he got voted that by there's some big, huge. I think it was not Entrepreneur Magazine, but there was some other one that voted him for that. Anyway, what we're going to be focusing on is how to use Facebook. How to use Facebook and other social media campaigns in order to grow your reputation in your business. So he's done such a fantastic job with the training he did at Nationals, with the boot camp stuff that he's done, that Bob has asked him to come and host a class. So this will be up at corporate on the 20th. That's a Thursday. Just remember, Thursday night we also have the meeting in Utah. So if you're going to visit Utah, plan on driving about 45 minutes down the freeway after Rob's class gets out to come to the 5 pillars presentation for the Utah team. Going to be 20th. Then on the 21st, we got a brand new class. New class. Never been filmed before. It's going to be awesome. So this will be day 3 of Seller Finance Notes with Jeff Armstrong. It's going to be awesome. So if you've experienced the 2 days that Jeff has in his class of Seller Finance Notes, then take it to the whole nother level. And the focus on day 3 is non-performing notes. So a lot of what we taught in day 1 and day 2 was on how to buy performing notes. We can run our calculations, the payments are already made, boom, boom, just buy it, we're good. But with non-performing notes, there's definitely some extra stuff involved. So it becomes a brand new class. Super stoked about this, and that's on the 21st. Okay, so if you have your combo or you'd like to be a guest, this is for combo holders and guests. Now guess what? If you're an essentials holder and you're not quite sure you want to buy the AIT, maybe you could be a guest at an AIT class like this. Just get back with the IMA who enrolled you and tell them you would like to check out an AIT training. Of course, it's only for half a day if you're a guest. I would recommend the morning session, of course, because just they lay the base a little bit more. But if someone can only come after in the afternoon, then by all means. We used all the sessions to make money. When people see that we have a studio and we have professionals and things are running, it's going to make your sales so much easier. So that's what we got coming up for the 21st. It's going to be from 9 until 5. So remember, guests can come from 9 until 1, or they can come from 1 until 5 for the guest passes. Guest pass, AM and PM. Now, if you're going to have a guest attend, you need to tell your PAC member. PAC member needs to know about guests because they're the only ones that have a registration button for guests in their business center. You can register yourself for Live Education Week, but only PAC members can do guests. And if you want your guest to have a name tag and be expected and welcomed, you should probably register them. Now, on the 22nd with Jeff, what we're going to be doing is a Seller Finance Note Intensive. Now, Jeff does a ton of training on leadership and self-development all throughout the intensive on notes. So when people walk away from it, they go, dude, not only did I just learn a ton about notes, but I feel great about myself. I feel great about my goals and my vision and my communication skills. I love this community. I love this training. I'm going to get involved. Okay, so the Seller Finance Note Intensive is going to be at the Salt Lake Community College. 9750 South, 300 West. Okay. We're going to be doing it from 9 until 5. It's going to be $50 for everybody.
So, it only matters when you
we might do early bird discount or something, but for now, we're leaving it at $50 for each person. $50 for each person. Okay, and that includes a lunch. Lunch is almuerzo. Includes lunch. This is awesome. Now, the reason we like to include lunch and cater a lunch is because there's something that happens when you're breaking bread with your guest. Right? If you think about their day from 9 until 5, and we got this lunch in between, we got a break and a break. Here, they're just sitting in class, no conversation. Again, here, class, no conversation, and then class. Then they got to go to the bathroom on these 2 breaks. right? Get some coffee. So the only real chance for you to talk to your guests and add value, get to know them and push for the sale, get the order in, to do your order entry party, to have all that communication is during the lunch. We're gonna do our OEP, do our one-on-one. Okay, we got an hour, sometimes 75 minutes to do it. We really want to keep it to an hour just so we can get back to the class. But this right here, professional IMAs use the lunch to get orders in. Right now, if we didn't include the lunch, then your guest might, one, not eat, two, might run across the street to the 7-Eleven where you go over and grab yourself a Chipotle burger or burrito, and now you're not spending that time together. So we provide lunch in the building, then you guys just go grab your lunch, grab a corner, grab a chair, grab a table, get to know them, sit with the right IMAs. See, that's the other thing is if you're strategic, you could get your 5-star involved, or you can get the local leader, someone to either stop by, say hi, or just have lunch with them, right? We want to use this as a way to have people feel confident, comfortable, be able to ask questions, because as soon as they're clear, credit cards come out. And once they get involved, then we can actually help them in the life-changing starts. So that's how we're planning it. It'll be a catered lunch, should be awesome, $50. Here's how you register. Here's how you can get your guests to come as well. So that's June 22nd. What you'll do is you will type in June 22 notes.eventbrite.com. Okay, this is for Salt Lake City. June 22nd intensive. Now guess what? There's also a Denver June 22nd intensive. June 22nd, land.eventbrite.com. That's for Denver. Same day, same time, same format, $50, cater lunch, the whole thing. We know how this works. We know how the guest wants to be approached. We know a day like this will be maximum profitability for you. And June 22nd is just a good weekend to make some money. Wouldn't you agree? Okay. Thanks. Okay, anything else about this? Your 22nd. Okay. So now we got our AMP website fixed, turned on. We know how to get our note or our business cards, what kind of websites to go to. And now we know we got an event to build for. We got an awesome week coming up. Those of you who got to engage with the instructor at the last education week, you guys know how it was. Let's figure out how to get more butts and seats. More butts and seats, more butts and seats. Okay, does anyone have any questions? Questions, comments, concerns, ideas, aha moments? Would anyone like to share what it was like to be at the last education week real quick? And something you did right with your guests or something you're going to do better next time? Also want to give a big shout out to Ryan and Laura Black for the Latin Summit last week and all the hard work they put into that. That was incredible, impressive. And then all you IMAs that showed up from all over the country. We had people from Florida and California and Illinois and Colorado. We had people from all over the country showing up. It was awesome. So good job to the Blacks. Ryan, Laura, we're proud of you. And their whole lit team is just an impressive lit team. Cool. What's the last day to put in an order and be paid this month? Oh, that is one of my favorite questions. Let's pull up the calendar and go over it together. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so got the calendar pulled up here. Just had Mother's Day weekend. Now, once a day, I ask myself, what am I doing? So I just set a daily reminder. It pops up, says, hey, what are you doing? And then I ask myself, be closer to my dreams. And if not, I stop it. And if yes, I maintain course. Here we go. We get paid. You know what I should just do? I should just do a screenshot of this and then bring it over to notes so I can draw on it. Okay, we get paid on every Tuesday and every Friday. Tuesdays and Fridays, Tuesdays and Fridays, Tuesdays and Fridays. That's how we get paid. So the last day of the month looks to be a Friday. That's good news. There we go. Time to draw. Sweet. Here we go. So first thing to know about getting paid is we get paid on Tuesdays and Fridays. So let's just go highlight them real quick. So the first, so we got payday, 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 payday. Cool. Tuesdays and Fridays. There's actually 9 paydays in May. So we had one started out with a Friday. Now, the other thing to pay attention to is when to put the orders in, right? So if we remember, each customer has a 7-day rescission period plus 5 days in case, this is literally why, just in case they decide to cancel and they want to use snail mail and they live in Alaska or Hawaii. Then we got to give them 5 more days. So your customer will still have access within their first day or two, within their 7-day rescission period. So as far as your customer is concerned, these 5 days don't matter. This is just for IMAs. Okay, after those 12 days are up, then it's the next payday. That's how we'll get paid. So now the question is, if I want to get paid for sure in May, the last possible day to do it is the 31st. So then what I'll need to do is need to minus 12 days. So 31 minus 12 puts me on the 19th, but that's a weekend, so that won't work because I need customer service to be open to verify signatures. Well, the 18th won't work. Nope. So the last day to put in orders and get paid in May is the 17th. Put in orders on the 17th. Remember, the order needs the signatures. Okay. Put the order and signatures in on the 17th. Then that still gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more days to put money in. So remember, to get paid, this all has to happen. 1, order in. 2, signatures verified. 3, payment in. 4, 12 days plus payday. That's how you get paid. So we already know that step 4 is required. So let's do the math and work back 12 days. So that puts us at the 17th. And now we already know we got to put the order in. Well, it's free to put orders in. And we get their customer to sign it that same day before 5 o'clock so customer service can see it and approve it. So now what we've got to focus on is that payment. So if they know where it's coming from and it's a 401k or a current credit card, wonderful, get it done. But if they need help with get funded online or credit nerds, then you have to do it ASAP because 13 days is crunch time. So I would order it, I'd get the signature, and then I would also have to fill out the get funded online, GFO, and so they can get started on that right away. And I would tell them, hey, look, if we get this done right now, then Get Funded Online can work over the weekend to make sure you get your funding. We really need that if you want to get paid in May, because let's say they decide to do Get Funded on the 30th. They fill out the form, then they have their funding call on the 21st. And then they call you back and say, hey, I had a great funding call. And you say, great, did you fill out the documents? Turn them all in. And they say, okay, I'll turn them in. Now, once they're turned in, then credit nerds will get the credit cards on the way. But credit cards take 7 to 14 days to show up in the mail. Credit cards in the mail take 7 to 14 days. So if you lollygag that whole way, you could have, look at that, the 17th to the 23rd. It could take almost a week if you lollygag before the credit cards are now in the mail. And then we just hope that it ends up in their mailbox on the 30th or before. Then they're going to call their customer service line, activate their credit card. Right? Then they have to activate, and if they're brand new to having a $20,000 credit card, you also have to get authorization, authorize the purchase. So they have to call in to their 1-800 number and say, hey, I'm about to make a large purchase. I need to make sure that goes through. And then tell them it's going to be for $19,994. Because if their credit card company, most credit cards only have a daily limit, spending limit of $3,000. So if it's just the essentials, then you don't really need to call in. But who's selling just essentials? You know what I mean? So we've got a daily limit on average. Each by default, credit cards in America default to $3,000. If you need them to pay $19,994 that day, you don't want a $20,000 charge to go and then the credit card company think it's fraud and freeze the credit card, because that's the 30th, that's your last day to get the order in. So instead of that potential freeze, you say, hey, call in and activate them, and at the same time, tell them to authorize a purchase of $19,994 coming through Renatus. It's seriously a 30-second phone call. They call in, they say those exact words that I just said, and then they'll call you back and say, all right, cool. Now what's your credit card number? Let's get it punched in. And then if you collect funds, the last day to collect funds is right here. Last day to collect funds. And if you do it on the 30th, and you've done everything else that I said, then on the 31st, you'll get paid. You get the order in and signed by the 17th. You get the funds in by the 30th. You will get paid on the 31st. Cool. Good question. So now, if your IMA's got a bunch of about when they get paid, you can say, you know what, Michael just did a recording on that. Let's pull up the link here. Why don't you watch it? And then you don't have to go around trying to explain everything because I already explained it. Okay, cool. Before we wrap up, we got 1 minute to wrap up. Any last questions about any topic? Could be about the payment, could be about education week, could be about AMP. Did everyone make sure their AMP got turned on and activated? Some of you by now, if you relog back in, you can see that the name you picked has already been approved and you can turn those websites on now. Okay, well, if there's no more questions, let's wrap this up. Abby, I appreciate you getting on here, even though you're losing your voice, you still stuck with it. That's awesome. All of you that are brand new, this is your first day, welcome. This is going to be one of the most fun things you've ever put your time and energy into. We're happy to have you on board, and if you are returning, congrats on sticking to your commitment. Stay focused, everyone. We will see you soon. Bye now.